Everybody out there in YouTube land, friends. So, this video is going to be on touch marks and gratitude. I need to make a touch mark. The way I've been doing my touch marks is through electric acid etching, which looks alright. But to me, it doesn't put your stamp on your work like a professional does it, you know. So what I've got here is this was like a 2-inch wide chisel that I cut the head off of. I heat treated it, annealed it, so that's workable. And as you can see, I've got an H on there. Now, I thought about doing like an S with an F in the center. You know, I thought about doing something complicated, but I've never done one of these before, so I figured to keep it simple. Well, my first and last name starts with an H, so I'm just going to keep it simple and stamp an H in it. Well, we'll see how this works. I did buy some small hand files. I don't know if they're any good. They were kind of on the cheap side, so we'll see. But between my hand files and my Dremel with my diamond bits, I think I'll be all right. I think I'll be able to pull something off anyway. That fucked up cube of end piece Damascus that I forge welded together and everything, well, it's too small to really do anything significant with. It's the sun over there. It's pretty small. We got a kind of a cool design on there. You can almost see it. You know, there's some interesting looking designs in there, but there are cracks and cold shuts in there. So what I'll probably do with this is just turn it into like a little obelisk, which is, if you don't know, it's like a pyramid shape kind of thing that'll turn into a keychain, maybe give it to my sister or something, I don't know, whatever. But as far as gratitude goes, about a month ago, a guy that I watch, really, really good blacksmith, has a lot of machinery and stuff that I don't have, makes some really awesome Damascus, but he was having trouble locating bandsaw blades to sub out for his 15N20, because he was buying it in sheets, but he said it was just really, really expensive to get. And he noticed that I've got buckets and buckets of this, because being a structural welder, we go through bandsaw blades. And when I talk about bandsaw blades, I got two different sizes. I got widths like that, and widths like that. So I've got big stuff and small stuff, and I've got a lot of it. And asked me if he could, you know, would you be willing to sell me some? And I told him, dude, I've been watching your channel for a long time. He didn't want me to name drop him, and I'll explain why. So I sent him a stack, like a 1-foot stack, probably about that tall. I mean, I sent him a lot, and it was heavy, and he doesn't live anywhere near me, not even close to my state. So it was a little expensive to send it to him, but I wanted him to keep making Damascus, man. I love watching what he does, dude. He's really freaking good. And so I sent it off to him. He let me know, hey, man, it got here, dude. This is a lot of 15N20. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Dude, no problem. Don't even worry. I'll just keep making videos, keep doing what you do. You know, I'm happy to support you. Pardon me. So a couple of weeks later, he emails me, and he's like, you know, that was really generous of you to do. How about I make you a knife? I was like, dude, I'd be honored. That's awesome. So I hadn't heard from him for a while. I got an email from him yesterday. He says, hey, man, I'm not going to make you a knife. Okay. I wasn't really expecting anything from him, but I continued reading. He says, instead, he says, I know you're not really into the whole bar stock removal thing, but you seem to be pretty good at it. I've made it clear I'm not comfortable like trying to hand forge a blade yet. I'm not there yet. I'm just not. I don't know enough yet. I need more time. I need more practice hand forging out a blade. So he's like, instead, I made you a piece of Damascus bar stock. He's like, I even went so far as to have it milled down perfectly flat so that you could do a stock removal blade on this. He's like, I've never seen you do, besides that little tiny knife that I made out of the little bit of Damascus that I did. He's like, I've never seen you do a Damascus knife. He's like, I'd really like to see you work on something like that. He's like, I think you'd enjoy it. And he's right, I would. I mean, that's awesome. So he told me, he's like, well, I've been working on this new kind of pattern. It's a ladder pattern, raindrop, Damascus thing. He's like, and it turned out really nice. So I sent you a bar of it. Well, it showed up today. It's the 3rd of July. I'm pretty excited about it. Now, I do have some customer stuff that I have to work on first. But I'm very excited that when I start working on this, I'm very excited to show you guys. But I'm going to show you what he sent me, because I've kind of been staring at it for like the last hour or so. And I'm very honored that he would do this for me. Just very honored. That's gratitude for you, and he made this with the bandsaw blades that I sent him, as well as obviously some high carbon 1095 steel, whatever. But he's like, do me a favor, don't name drop me, because he's like, I do have a lot of viewers. He's like, and I don't need people writing to me saying, hey, well, if I send you this, will you make me will you make me this? Will you give me this? He's like, I did this. He's like, just because gratitude. Thank you. You did something nice for me, so I wanted to return the favor. I was like, dude, that's so cool. So I'm not going to name drop him or anything like that, but he subscribes to my channel. I subscribe to his. Really good guy. He's been doing this for a long time, obviously. I mean, when you look at this pattern, you're going to see he's got some serious talent. Very excited about this. This is like a ladder pattern raindrop Damascus. God, and I really hope you guys can see that pattern. Like you said, he had it milled down flat. It's a pretty good width. I'm almost wondering if maybe like a kitchen knife. I've always wanted to do a kitchen knife. I love cooking. I spent 10 years in the culinary arts. Would love to finally do a kitchen knife. I know they're kind of on the tough side as far as the grind goes. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with it just yet, but it would make for a beautiful Santoku style blade. And like he said, he's like, dude, I just dipped it in the etch for like 20 minutes, wiped it clean, threw a bunch of oil on it, wrapped it up, sent it to you. So obviously, I mean, this thing has to be polished. I can still feel with my fingernail where the acid etched in. So it's not smooth. I mean, this pattern will become much, much more apparent and lifelike after I polish the hell out of it and get it in the etch. But very excited to work with this. I'm very honored that he would go to the trouble of doing this for me. What an honor. So I'm sure he's going to watch this video and see it, and this is just, dude, thank you. How cool. How friggin' cool. Send a guy some bandsaw blades and you get back a bar of some pretty kick-ass Damascus ladder pattern. I mean, wasn't expecting it. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So anyway, I'm going to try to get back to, I'm going to try and do my touch mark here. I've never done it. I've never done it. But, you know what? You got to dive in and try things you've never done. So that's what I'm going to do. And whether it turns out like shit or turns out good, I'll make a video on that. So you guys can at least see a failure if it happens. But anyway, that's all for now. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe. It's still 4th of July weekend. So be safe. Bye.